In today's video, I review what has been some of the saddest, most barren live service content in a game in recent memory. To be fair, I'm not huge on live service games and generally ignore that sort of thing, but even I can recognize how bare bones and underwhelming this model has been for Battlefield 2042. So I thought it'd be fun as someone who has, I think, completed maybe one battle pass in a game ever, maybe, to once again review Battlefield 2042's latest battle pass and see what the skeleton of the skeleton crew has cooked up for us in terms of cosmetics and content for Season 7. And if you happen to enjoy the video, consider leaving a like and subscribing for more laid-back content. So let's take a look at what this battle pass has to offer. Alright, let's jump right into it. We got no time to waste. We got 100 tiers of this thing to work through, so let's get started. And first, I do have to make a disclaimer. I did, in fact, purchase the premium version of the Battle Pass. I just thought it was so worth it. No, not really. I mean, I did buy it, but I used the free Battlefield coins that the other Battle Passes came with, and I think it took me like all of the Battle Passes to get enough to get the coins here. So let's start at the beginning with the free or whatever premium, instant premium rewards, as they're called here. Annihilation Theory with Sundance. What is my grading scale? I didn't even think about that. Let's just give this a 3 out of 5. You know, this mask is cool. I mean, if you showed me when I was back playing Battlefield 4 that this is from a Battlefield game, I would have laughed in your face. Nice joke. We're definitely leaning more towards the Call of Duty cosmetics here and have been for, I mean, the entirety of this game's life cycle. This head just doesn't match the rest of the body at all to me. So overall, ugly, doesn't fit the tone of the game, but we're way past that at this point. Oh my gosh. Has an ammo count on the side. This is pretty bad. This like entry mouth thing design, this engraved design just screams Apex to me. Looks like an Apex gun, which again, for a Battlefield game, not gonna fit the vibe. I feel like I'm gonna say that a lot with this battle pass. This isn't bad though. This is actually pretty awesome. This is definitely more of an aesthetic I would imagine for a future Battlefield game, or a Battlefield game based in the near future. This is for Angel. I'm gonna equip it because that is actually pretty badass. That's 3 thumbs up out of 3. Did I do stars before? I don't even remember what my own criteria was. That is actually a great cosmetic. If they would have all been this vibe, this looks like straight out of the reveal trailer, where they were like hiding the specialists behind the bots. This looks really cool. All right, so player cards and that sort of thing, we're just gonna kind of skip, but that's hideous. Looks like a baseball helmet, like a umpire helmet. Breach point. Okay, pretty standard, whatever that's called, scatter design. I don't know. Cool, a little Firehawk thing for the vehicles. Let's equip it. Why not? 1 star. What is this? This a skin? It looks the same to me. I don't know what this tank looks like normally, but this looks the same. Is it blue? That's the difference? Okay. XP boost, skip. Skull, decal, boring. Transcendence. Not bad. Not bad. Definitely gives me Battlefield 4 vibes. I do miss the skins that were, I think they were called adaptive, that changed the camo based on the map you were on. That's pretty much what I rolled with across all my guns, because I like to have a white gun on the snow maps and etc, etc. Green in the forest. The SCZ3, apparently this thing is really powerful. Well, you can zoom in very awkwardly. Why is it so awkward to zoom in? Is it just me, or the texture's so inconsistent? Like the textures on this look really, except for that piece, they look really well done and well defined, like here on the trigger, but on the fire selector, it just, like, compare this to the mag. They just look really inconsistent. Apparently this is a really good submachine gun. Battle Scarred, this looks like probably a skin that's in later in the Battle Pass that I'm gonna judge harshly. I was never a fan of leaves on guns like this, but I mean, as far as that design goes, they use this a lot in like Battlefield 5. Like, loved having the leaves on the guns. It was like one of the packs or something. That's 2 thumbs up out of, I don't know, 6. Battle coins. Helicopter, that looks the same. Yeah, these skins, the vehicle skins, I genuinely don't know what the difference is. Why is the zoom so strange? Why would I want to, look at that. That's great, Dice. That's fantastic. 2 stars. Weapon charms I hate them. Isn't this just Angel? Rising Storm. Okay, wait. Is this not just Angel? Let's go back. Where's the collection? Where's my Angel? Although he's gonna have, where's his default? Which one's his default? What is, Okay, let's just look at this. Night operations. What is the difference between that and that? Am I blind or is there no difference? Okay. That's a pretty cool card. Not that I care about the player cards. Who even notices these things? I genuinely don't know if I even ever noticed a player's player card. These Rising Storm are like, there's a little bit of dust and they're blue. That is the extent of the skin. This is kind of interesting, actually. I actually kind of like the gold highlights. I'm gonna say it. Or yellow highlights. Probably looks hideous in the game, but I kind of dig it. I do want to unlock the AK-5C. I've watched some people playing with it, but I haven't gotten it myself yet. This is actually a pretty cool design gun. I like how they've like scratched out the barcode. I don't know what the story is behind that. Like, is that showing that the no-pats are just using like these black market weapons? I don't really get why that detail's on there, but the gun itself looks pretty cool. Necrotoxin, Crawford. I mean, as far as Crawford goes, the glasses are still ridiculous, the aviators, but as far as his cosmetics go, I feel like this is one of the better ones, maybe? I'm gonna be honest, I haven't paid attention to the cosmetics in this game since like the first season, where I was like kind of interested to see the direction they were gonna go with it, because the base specialists were so hideous and ugly and not what I wanted in a Battlefield game. After they revealed the first season's cosmetics is more of the same and worse, I just checked out. So I don't know if this is one of his better ones. Definitely ripping off, you know, Modern Warfare vibes here with the ghost mask. That's, is that copyright infringement? Can I even show that on my channel? Breach Point. Oh, I didn't give it a rating. I didn't give half of these ratings. 1 out of 4 stars. This one, Breach Point, green and black and white. Not a bad color scheme for a helicopter. I actually am digging it. And the zoom is still, I can aim right down the barrel here. 1 star. XP boost, skipping. This is an epic skin, and it looks like it adds some mesh. Adds some mesh, maybe changes the hubcaps. Adds these armor plates onto the Brawler. This is actually a really cool vehicle. Personally, I think it's a very fun vehicle. Not a terrible skin. Let's give it a 2 out of 3 thumbs up. Watchman, Boris. This helmet's already in the game. Maybe it's because I have it equipped. It's just a jacket, okay. Apparently it's just a jacket. Blue, I don't know, these are giving me like Arctic vibes with this blue and white color scheme. Blue and white and yellow. Like softer yellows that they have in like all of the skins, but the map is like Havana, like, I don't know. Kind of a weird combination of skins with the map. Really doesn't tie in at all, even to the stadium that they're gonna release later. Just again, there's no like unifying vision of what the theme is or what the season's about, the story, the narrative. There's nothing really to latch onto to that extent, so skipping these things. This is like Arctic, like temperate forest vibes, which is not the map at all. So that's kind of an interesting choice. This is hideous. Jeez, that's bad. What is that? Cod. That must be some reference to something I don't know. What am I looking at here? A Superior Ascendant, another ammo count that's like massive and terrible looking. I'll be interested to see what it looks like in first person. The scope's kind of interesting. This 3 lens design. That's actually pretty cool, and I like the suppressor. It's not terrible, but this is awful on the side. This ammo count is so jarring compared to the design of the rest of the skin. I mean, as far as weapon skins go, this is one of the cooler looking ones. I like the more like softer colors, but let's do a... We're gonna knock off a point for the ammo count because I don't like that at all. So it's a 8 out of 10. Oh boy. Still bugged. I actually did a video, I think on season 1, maybe season 2 of the Battle Pass. Same kind of vibe where I was just reviewing it. And this bug was where he's not holding his shield. Maybe it's so you can see the cosmetic. At this point, maybe it's intentional or Dozer's practicing his miming skills because his hand is like totally motionless. So I don't know. That's still funny that that's still a thing. This is a hideous skin. This is really, really bad in gameplay because I imagine it makes you stand out pretty substantially. Coins. Here's your jet to match your Dozer skin. Once again, the inspect doesn't really allow you to see the top of the jet, so your best guess as to what this skin may look like, but you can kind of see, I guess, the edges. Make an assumption there. Dragonfly. I feel like this is already in the game, but maybe not. More of the leaves design. They're all just gonna blow off when you use your wingsuit, I guess. 2 out of 3. The straw. I haven't unlocked it yet, obviously. I wonder how it plays in this one. I did enjoy the straw in Battlefield 4, one of my go-to launchers, so you know what? They need more launchers in this game. I'm glad it's finally here, even if it's just recycling content. I mean, maybe it's new to the game, but it's recycled gadgets to the series, right? Access memory. Yeah, this is pretty ugly. The gold and black, kind of gold and black, and like this brown doesn't look terrible, but just so gaudy, and it's like all over the place. There's like this like diamond star-like design, this more, you know, traditional camo, and then like weird paint splattered on the front. Like what are they going for here? I don't even know. I don't know. Maybe I'm judging it too harshly, but that's what this video is. So Rising Storm once again. Okay, it's just the same. He's got a black jacket. All right, well, 2 out of 10. Kind of makes it look futuristic-ish. Some green and grays and tans. 1 out of 5. More leaves on guns for some epic camo. This is for the 50 cal rifle. Doesn't look horrible. I never really noticed how far back the bipod is on this, but overall that's a 3 out of 5. I don't 2 out of 5. I don't dig the leaves, to be honest. More skulls on the tanks. Who even notices this sort of thing? Like, who would ever see that? Let's go back to where you could actually do, I mean, people would make like pretty horrible emblems, but they were at least cool. I had the Brotherhood of Nod on my tanks, and I loved it in Battlefield 4. It was so sick. Battlefield coins. Here we go. We've reached, it looks like Fallout to me. Home front guard. Yeah, looks like a Fallout 4 cobbled together from like an umpire's helmet or maybe an old SWAT helmet. Cobbled together armor. There's even like weird dripping paint. GDP, Global Defense Police. I don't know. What does that mean? Is that part of the story? Is there a story? Are they still even trying that? This looks pretty horrendous. It doesn't belong in a Battlefield game. And I hate this aesthetic in a Battlefield game. I can't get over it. Yeah, I mean, plop her into Fallout 4 and she looks fine. She fits perfectly. Okay, Liz. Pretty boring. Just, it's not a bad design. This splinter kind of black and white. All of these are, why are they so like Arctic? You would have thought they would have gone more like, I guess this is more of that vibe, like, I think it's called Haven, actually. I said Hazana or something. I don't even know what I'm talking about. This is more of that Latin America vibe, kind of. I mean, it's still horrible, but yeah, I don't know why they went with like this Arctic kind of theme. Okay, what is this? This is just Nerf gun. They've done this several times where it just looks like a Nerf gun to me. And the bright reds and blues and gold. I get at this point in the game's life cycle, like we're in season 7, so kind of whatever, who cares at this point. It's still just something I don't want to see. I still think it's hideous. Yeah, these clash really harshly to me, and overall, I don't like this at all. So that's a 1 out of 10. These Rising Storm, I'm just gonna skip, because we are at 56, we gotta keep going. Anthropod. I don't know why that name made me laugh, but it did. Okay, we got some more leaves and blending in a little bit better into the desert of Haven. Very, very fitting for the new map. Gilded Havoc, this is legendary, and I guess it has, okay, it's got some gold trim. They busted out the gold leaf for this bad boy, busted out the gold paint. Is that it? Just gold and black, and that's a legendary Wildcat skin? Kind of boring. Not that, I'm kind of complaining on both sides that they don't do enough and they do too much. This is subtle enough that it's not bad. So actually, I'll give it points for that. 8 out of 10. Okay, player card, boring. Augmented. Again, Battlefield 4 vibes. They just need to make these skins like universal instead of just like per weapon, but it's a really effective way to pad this thing out, because that's their goal. They need to pad this battle pass out as much as humanly possible because they have such a small crew and such little content to work with. That's like, yeah, let's make a camo per every single gun and make it the same camo. It's just a texture overlay we can throw on it. I don't know, it's probably not that easy, but at this point it just feels incredibly lazy and disappointing that this is even the kind of updates that we're getting. And I mean, what more can be said about it? These are just like reskins, every single one. Maybe a handful so far of like actual unique skins, but this took some art designer like 3 minutes to put an overlay like texture onto Irish of this Rising Storm, and it may even already be in the game. Like at this point, who cares? They could have literally just recycled the skin and I wouldn't even have known. Done and dusted. It's pretty ugly. It actually reminds me of one of the Battlefield 4 or skins. I can't remember what it was called, like fireproof or something like that, fire something. So I'll give it points for that. That's a 6 out of 8 because these points really matter. These rankings really matter. Wait, didn't we already look at this? No, that was for lists. This is Blasco, same thing. I actually really like this color scheme now that I'm looking more at it. This splinter kind of black and white and gray design. Looks pretty cool, but there's not very many maps in Battlefield 2042 that fits on, in my opinion. And to the extent that I care about cosmetics is to what extent do they match to the environment. Desert running around like this just is jarring to me. More Rising Storm, just like the most basic, boring. Like this is about the bare minimum. This is the floor here. Here we have an epic recon skin. I think it actually does change it. Looks more like straight out of Cyberpunk with this design on the door. This like headlight design is a little more futuristic. It's not terrible. Let's give it a 7 out of 10. That's actually like a scale, like a snaky scale design coming down. That's actually not, I don't mind that. I don't know why the blue is a little too harsh, but I don't know why Jax. Is that a reference to Jack Frags? I don't know. I don't know what that is. 4 out of 5. Toxic Exile. That's what I want. That's the player card we need to get. So we got to at least get to rank 74 so we can let everyone know how toxic we are. More leaf designs for Liz. Yeah, I like this. It actually for like a, you know, jungle theme map, this would actually look kind of cool. I don't know. It doesn't scream like standard soldier, but we're well past that point. This looks better on this gun, but it's still just this lame kind of brushed design that looks lazy. Snake. There must be some like I don't get the themes. Or like Arctic snake, Latin America. I don't know. Is there even? I imagine it's just like the dumping ground of all the assets that the artists have been like playing around with or throwing in, and then like, yeah, let's just add that as a battle pass tier. Sure, why not? This looks like a skin that's already on this shotgun. Wait, isn't there already a skin like this? Straight out of Cyberpunk, which again, if like with this new map, are we going for more like guerrilla style cosmetics? Because that other skin looked like just like cobbled together kind of body armor and stuff, and now we have a Cyberpunk like shotgun that I don't even know. Does it shoot lasers? It looks like it. Yeah, it's interesting. For a legendary skin, that's like a 1 out of 10 for me. I don't like it at all. Irish pattern, cool. Another just texture overlay, 1 out of 5. More leaves for the PKB, that's not terrible. This is actually a pretty cool looking gun as far as the design is concerned. I like the angled foregrip. I like how massive like the belt coming out is. Jeez, those are big bullets, holy cow. It's actually a really cool gun, I need to use it more. So, these like reskins, like this is rank, I know at this point who cares, but this is like rank 84 of this battle pass, and it's different pants for Falk. It's so incredibly lazy to me. Like, I get it. I get who cares at this point. I know I've said that multiple times this video, but like, come on. We can't do more than that, just pants. And here's a gun to match them for the AK-5C. So is this like the only other skin it's gonna have? Maybe a legendary one at the end. Yeah, just very jarring. It looks like Division. I don't know why, maybe it's the color scheme. Division 2. These vehicle skins are also very lazy and underwhelming. I am kind of inconsistent this way where I complain if it's just if it's a reskin, it's lazy. If they do too much, I complain. So maybe there's no pleasing me at this point. That's entirely possible. This is cool. I like this night vision design actually. So there is pleasing me. You see, that's a 6 out of 10. That's a 7 out of 10 cosmetic for me. Transcendence. Ooh, it's shiny. Oh, that's really shiny. Is that supposed to be that shiny? Called Transcendence, so maybe. Yeah, I wouldn't use it. The colors aren't completely jarring though. They're kind of pleasing, this contrast between the brown and the blue and the gray. Not bad. That's a 4 out of 5. Okay, here we go. This is the other equivalent, like Cyberpunk. I think it's these like, I don't know. This is an epic, not a legendary, so I don't really know what rhyme or reason there is to either or. Pretty ugly. Not quite as ugly as the short shotgun, but still one that I'd never use. At least they have like the added detail of actually skinning the suppressor, these weird straps that are orange. So again, I don't know the direction we're going here because it's like super futuristic, and then there's also just like random paint scattered on it. There's like a woven grip. I don't know. Maybe I'm just out of touch, you know? That's probably the case. Peacekeeper. I actually really like the design of the gas tanks on the side. I think Does Battlefield 2042, I should know this, but when you're driving the tanks, does the items on the tank move around and shift with gravity? Because that is one of the coolest details in like other Battlefields. I love like these like pads and rolls and hoses and stuff that will like shift and get blown away as you get damaged. And I don't know if they have that level of detail in this. I wouldn't be surprised if not, but you know, they do have some pretty impressive vehicle detail physics and stuff like that. So not completely ruling it out. Veld. And this is again, they just like had 3 themes or so and just kind of applied it to a bunch of different guns. They could have easily had, again, we're spreading the content real thin here. You could have easily had one tier of it be like 3 of these, you know, 3 of these skins for a gun, but maybe that's too much to ask, and I just am not super familiar with live service games and the extent in which they deliver content, but in my opinion, this is extremely disappointingly underwhelming. That's going to be my main takeaway. La Lola's Wrath. So definitely going the Latin America angle. She's got a bunch, she's all tatted up. She found some opportunity to get tats. She's looking rough. Woo, Liz has seen better days. And this is definitely going for a more guerrilla underground fighter vibe that I am not digging at all. Really, really don't like this. I'm going to give this a 1 out of 10. This is really, really ugly as far as cosmetics are concerned, especially in regards to a Battlefield game. Not what I want to see. I'm just going to reiterate that again and again. Coins. Okay, here we are. The one we have to get to for Zane. A specialist I think I've literally played once. Let's take a look. Okay, let me try to judge this impartially. Oh, his like, it's like shifting camo. It's like actually changing, not color, but it's like shifting to break up his silhouette or something. As far as like skin details, it's like a digital effect. That's actually pretty cool. So it's gonna get a couple points of that for me, just from that. And I think this is, does he have prosthetic legs? Because his calves, oh yeah. Is this the first one? No, because I think Liz one had prosthetic legs or arms or something. So he's got prosthetic legs. Maybe the character does anyway. So that's kind of interesting. So super high tech, super advanced. This is definitely giving me like Ghost Recon Breakpoint vibes. You fight those like cloakers and they look almost exactly like this. Some weird futuristic goggles. It's not horrible. Let's give it some points for the cool like digital effect on the cloak and the cape and the hood. Let's give it an 8 out of 10. Still, with the caveat and the asterisk that this is not at all what I want to see in a Battlefield game, but at this point, I mean, who cares? So that is the Battle Pass. I also just wanted to mention hilariously that half of the teased content or revealed content for Season 7 is not even in the game. They showed the Stealth Bomber as the one new vehicle. No announcement on when that's actually going to be in the game. It's not. They showed the stadium as a second map, so this is the first season with 2 maps, and one of which is just a recycled asset placed and plopped right down into, you know, an existing area, and they still couldn't even get that out, even with delaying and extending the last season. So who knows how long this season's going to be? 14 weeks. 14 weeks long. I wouldn't be surprised if this is our last one. So yeah, let's we have to get the skin. Let's advance 90 tiers and buy some credits. Only 13,000. Perfect. I'm about to drop $100, more than $100 to get that. That's an easy purchase. I get 30% discount. I would be stupid not to buy it. And I will see you on the battlefield with my premium best value skin. This is absolutely the best value to get all those high, extremely high quality items that we just reviewed. It'd be stupid not to spend $100 to get all of that. I'll see you on the battlefield with my epic new items. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Until next time.